For the last 2 years of my life, I've been exclusively focused on one thing, the EOS ecosystem. And my focus has really been clarified through the lens of Cypherglass, which, as you all know, is a blockchain infrastructure company that I've had the pleasure of being a part of over the last 2 years. In 2017, Cypherglass was just an idea. In fact, we didn't even have a name for it yet. We were throwing around all kinds of different options, and ultimately, we just knew one thing. We wanted to be a part of the growing EOS ecosystem that was anticipating the upcoming EOS mainnet launch. When we were creating Cypherglass, we did so with a certain set of values like integrity and honesty, transparency, independence as an independent block producer company, and of course, a major focus on decentralization. Now, over the last 2 years, we have stuck strong to these principles and even stood up against vote-buying schemes that I have seen destroy other DPoS networks firsthand. I'm proud to say we've stuck to those principles and will continue sticking to them moving forward. In early 2018, we finished assembling the incredible Cypherglass team, made up of myself, Ben, Adriana, James, Ross, and our advisor team. And it was really an incredible time to come out to the EOS community and say, hey, we want to compete to be an EOS mainnet block producer. Now, when we came out in May of 2018, this was just 1 month before the actual EOS mainnet was scheduled to launch. And in that 1 month, in those 30 to 40 days, we were able to win over you, the EOS community, and land us in a top 21 block producer spot when the EOS mainnet launched in June of that year. Now, that day was absolutely incredible, clearly the highlight of my entire 2018, and pushed me to invest not only thousands of hours of my life, but also hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money out of my own pocket into the EOS ecosystem to help it grow and flourish. This was things like building on-chain businesses like EOS Name Service, investing in dApps built by incredible teams, and putting up a $100,000 EOS hardware wallet bounty that was paid out to both teams that implemented Trezor and Ledger support so that you could securely store your EOS and your EOS tokens. I also poured my life into creating Everything EOS, the longest running EOS podcast, which has helped onboard hundreds of brand new EOS developers and educate tens of thousands of members of the EOS community. It's been an incredible ride, and I thank you so much for joining me thus far. These past 2 years have been an incredible learning experience for me. I've grown not only as an EOS contributor, investor, and entrepreneur, but more importantly, I've grown as a person. I've learned not to disregard ideas just because they're different from my own. I've learned, as many of you have witnessed, not to engage in contentious debates on Twitter or in Telegram where tone is so hard to infer and it's so easy to yell at that person across the screen as if they are not a human and just an avatar. But the reality is, we're all here working on EOS, working towards one common goal, and we're much better off doing that. I've learned that the world's brightest minds are right here working on projects in crypto, and that we are so much better off working together towards that common goal than infighting and fighting against each other's ecosystems, because ultimately we all want the same thing. I've learned that no matter what you do in this space or in life, you're going to have haters, so you might as well pursue what it is that you truly believe in and what you actually want to do. I've learned and grown as a person thanks to each and every one of you watching this, the conversations we've had, the meetups that we've been a part of, the hackathons that we've mentored together, and for that, I am sincerely grateful. Now, as I look toward the future in 2020 and beyond, this brand new decade that is approaching, I've made the personal decision to step down as CEO of Cypherglass to find a new lens through which I will clarify my focus moving forward. But don't worry, Cypherglass is here to stay and will continue to grow in the future. Adriana Mendez, our incredible head of community engagement, has spent the last year of her life living on the other side of the world to engage with the Eastern EOS community, and I am so proud to say that she will step up as CEO in my place. For those of you that know me from Everything EOS, I will continue to co-host the show with Zach through the end of this year. Now, Zach is incredibly excited to find a new format that doesn't necessarily require a co-host in 2020 to bring you the latest news and updates surrounding EOS and the EOS.io ecosystem. Now, for those of you that love your custom EOS account names, don't fear, EOSNameService.io will continue into 2020 with more major platform updates and new suffixes, so stay tuned for that as well. Now, I have a lot of ideas for what I want to do next. It could involve crypto, or space, or some environmental solution, or maybe a combination of all of these things. But whatever it is, I've realized that in order to find the clarity I need to figure out what my focus will be in 2020 and moving forward, I need to step back from social media, step back from everything that I'm working on to find that clarity. So, this will be the last time you hear from me on this YouTube channel, on Twitter, and on Telegram in 2019, but if you want to catch my final thoughts of this year, be sure to tune in to Everything EOS for the shows we have running through the end of the year. And of course, if you want to reach me directly, you can always reach out over email at rob@cypherglass.com. I am incredibly excited for the months of deep exploration and learning that I have ahead, and I am incredibly thankful for the opportunity to do so. To everyone out there that is still watching, I want to give you a sincere thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for making the past 2 years of my life the best 2 years of my life thus far. Thank you for challenging my ideas, challenging my viewpoints. Thank you for supporting me through so many ups and downs of EOS, of Cypherglass, of all of the different events that we've seen in crypto over the last 2 years. Thank you for your votes, because without them, we wouldn't have been able to do everything we've done over the last 2 years. And even thank you to the trolls out there who have helped me realize and confront my flaws and ultimately shape me into a better human being. And that is a process I look forward to continuing to work on in the future. These past 2 years would not have been so incredible if it were not for each and every one of you. Each person that I bumped into at a hackathon or at an EOS meetup, over in London at the SVK crypto offices, in San Francisco at the EOS hackathon, in Blacksburg at the Bloxburg event, to everybody that I spoke to on Twitter, on YouTube, and Telegram, to those of you that tuned into all of the Everything EOS live streams, to our special editions, to my Bullish podcast, thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you, and I am sincerely grateful. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next chapter.